Picture an angel. Go ahead. Close your eyes. I'm willing to bet the image that appears in your mind is something very specific. You see a serene, beautiful human being, radiating a gentle, benevolent light. They have a pair of large, magnificent white-feathered wings. Maybe a golden halo floats delicately above their head. It's an image of comfort, of grace, of a heavenly guardian watching over us. This is the angel of our Christmas cards, our Renaissance paintings, and our popular culture. It's an image so deeply ingrained in our collective imagination that it feels timeless, authoritative. It feels biblical. But what if I told you that this beautiful, human-like being is almost completely absent from the Bible's most dramatic descriptions of the heavenly host? What if I told you that the Bible's highest-ranking angels are not serene guardians, but terrifying, multi-faced, six-winged monstrosities? Beings of fire and lightning? Living, spinning wheels covered in eyes? Creatures so alien and so overwhelming that their very presence causes prophets to fall on their faces in abject terror. Today, we look past the greeting card and open the ancient texts. This is the story of the Bible's real angels, the strange and terrifying beings that guard the throne of God. Before we meet the Bible's stranger creations, we have to ask, where did our popular image of the angel come from? The beautiful human with wings is largely an artistic invention, a product of centuries of cultural evolution. The wings themselves were likely borrowed from older, winged deities in Greco-Roman and Near Eastern art, like Nike, the goddess of victory, or the winged genii of Assyria. It was a visual shorthand for a heavenly being. The sweet, chubby baby angels, the cherubs or putti that you see all over Renaissance art, those are a direct inheritance from the Roman god Cupid. Artists like Raphael and Donatello took the image of the playful, mischievous god of love and repurposed it for a Christian context. Our modern, gentle, and comforting angel is a product of this artistic humanism, supercharged by the sentimentality of the Victorian era. It's an image designed to be relatable, approachable, and reassuring. But the beings described in the visions of the biblical prophets were not designed to be reassuring. They were designed to inspire awe and terror. Let's journey into the visions of the prophets. Our first stop is the throne room of God, as described by the prophet Isaiah in the 6th chapter of his book. Here, he doesn't meet angels who look like humans. He meets the seraphim. The name seraphim likely comes from the Hebrew word for to burn. They are the burning ones, and they are terrifying. Isaiah describes them as having 6 wings, but they don't use them all for flying. He says, with 2 he covered his face, and with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. Think about that. These beings are so close to the overwhelming holiness of God that they must shield their own eyes. They cover their feet in a gesture of humility. They are not gentle messengers. They are living, 6-winged flames of pure reverence, whose only job is to fly about the throne, crying out in a voice that shakes the foundations of the temple. Holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. When Isaiah sees them, he isn't comforted. He cries out in despair, "Woe is me, for I am lost, for my eyes have seen the King." This is not a guardian angel. This is a piece of living, terrifying, holy fire. But the visions get even stranger. For our next stop, we must go to the banks of the Chebar River in Babylon with the prophet Ezekiel. What he sees is one of the most bizarre and detailed descriptions of a celestial being in all of literature. He sees the cherubim. Forget the chubby Renaissance baby. The biblical cherub is a creature of cosmic horror. Ezekiel describes a living chariot for the throne of God, made of 4 living creatures. Each cherub has 4 faces: the face of a man, a lion, an ox, and an eagle. Each has 4 wings. Their legs are straight, and their feet are like the hooves of a calf, gleaming like burnished bronze. The space between them is filled with burning coals of fire and flashes of lightning. These are not individual beings. They are a single, terrifying, divine machine. They are the ultimate guardians, the beings God placed at the entrance to the Garden of Eden with a flaming sword to block humanity from returning. The cherub is not a creature you pray to for a good parking spot. It's a multi-faced, lightning-filled biological paradox whose job is to guard the border between the human and the divine. And somehow, that's not even the weirdest part of Ezekiel's vision. Because accompanying the cherubim is perhaps the most alien and incomprehensible being in the entire Bible, the Opanim, or the wheels. Ezekiel describes them as a wheel within a wheel, made of a gleaming otherworldly metal-like barrel. They don't turn. They move in any of their 4 directions with terrifying speed and precision. And the text says their rims were full of eyes all around. These are not creatures. They are a form of living, divine machinery, all-seeing, ever-moving, intersecting gyroscopes of cosmic power that serve as the transportation for the cherubim and the throne of God. They are so alien to our understanding of life that they defy easy description. They are intelligent, alive, and completely non-biological. They are, in the purest sense of the word, awesome as in, to inspire awe. When you put the whole vision together, the 4-faced cherubim, the burning lightning, and the all-seeing, ever-spinning Opanim, you are left with a picture of the heavenly court that is not gentle or reassuring. It is a terrifying, majestic, and completely alien reality. It is a vision designed to communicate the absolute otherness of God. So, why this massive disconnect? Why do we think of angels as beautiful humans when the Bible's most powerful descriptions are of these strange, terrifying beings? The answer lies in the different jobs that angels have. The word angel itself comes from the Greek word angelos, which simply means messenger. And the Bible is indeed full of these messenger angels, who almost always appear in the form of a human man. Think of Gabriel visiting Mary, or the 2 men who visit Lot and Sodom. When God needed to deliver a direct message to humanity, he sent a messenger in a relatable human form. Though even they were often so frightening that their first words are usually, "Fear not." The terrifying beings, the seraphim, cherubim, and Opanim, have a different job. They are not messengers to humanity. They are guardians of the divine. They are part of the celestial throne room, the inner court. Their function is not to be relatable, but to represent the terrifying, unapproachable, and overwhelming power and holiness of God. As Christianity grew from a small sect into a global religion, the need for comforting, personal, and relatable images of divine help grew. The messenger angel, the one who looked like us, was far more useful for popular art and personal devotion than the 4-faced, lightning-breathing throne guardian of Ezekiel. And so, over centuries of art and storytelling, the image of the messenger angel almost completely eclipsed the image of the celestial guardian. We chose to remember the comforting messenger and to forget the terrifying monster. So, the gentle, winged being of our modern imagination is not necessarily wrong. It's just one part of the story, one type of angel that has been elevated to represent the whole. But in doing so, we have perhaps lost something. We have lost the sense of awe, of terror, of the sublime and incomprehensible nature of the divine that the biblical prophets tried so desperately to describe. We have traded the awesome for the approachable. The Bible's most powerful angels are a reminder that the divine, in its truest form, is not meant to be entirely comfortable or comprehensible. It is meant to be overwhelming. So, here is the question for you. Which angelic tradition do you find more compelling? The relatable, human-like guardian angel who offers personal comfort? Or the terrifying, alien, celestial beings who inspire a sense of cosmic awe? Let me know which you prefer and why in the comments below. If you found this deep dive into the strange world of biblical angels fascinating, Please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that uncovers the hidden stories within our most familiar beliefs. Thanks for watching.